Starting forever. There we go.
Yay.
I feel like every Hangout starts with "Are we live yet?" But all right, let me submit it, and I think we're live.
I think we're live too.
Awesome.
All right, guys, welcome. All right, welcome to the 4th annual Teachable Summit. Can you believe it's the 4th time we're doing this? We're super excited to be here. I'm here with Jess and Alex. What's going on, guys?
Not much.
Here.
Live, guys.
I'm gonna type in the chat for everyone to refresh their page so they can see us.
I'm taking a look at the chat box right now, and it is just blowing up.
It is blowing up.
There are so many people from all over the world. It is insane.
Who's here from Australia? Because I feel like it's like 5 o'clock in the morning for you guys. I saw some of you guys in the chat here saying that you were tuning in. Romania, Virginia,
Canada, South Africa. Yeah, what time is it in South Africa? I mean, it's so cool always when you do a webinar and there's people all over the world and some people have waited up all night in order to watch what's about to happen. So it's so much fun to do this.
Okay, so seeing no sound.
Oh, we've got someone from India.
Okay, so I'm just checking the play page, so I'm not sure if anyone can.
Yeah, no, it's
see
not. We're not live.
Oh, so we're not live.
Yeah, no. Well, that's why I've not been. I was like, hey, we're not live.
It was a great conversation with you guys.
Really, who's from Australia? I really want to know.
Okay, let me just check here.
All right, so I entered the YouTube URL and I hit. Oh, sorry, I'm good. Yeah, that was stupid. I never hit the go live button. I hit the stop broadcasting the YouTube video ID, but not the step 3. Whatever, we're good now.
Okay.
And we should be live this time for real. There we go. The video is loading. All right, guys. So if the funny part is, if you guys ever watch the replay on YouTube at some point, as you should, you will see our false start as we went live. We started talking to the audience, and then we realized we're not live at all. But now we're live for real. So welcome, guys. Welcome. My name is Ankur Nagpal. I'm the founder of Teachable. I'm super excited to welcome you. Holy wow, the chat. Wow. Super excited to welcome you to the 4th Teachable Summit. And this time we're back doing it bigger and better than ever. And I have 2 amazing guests with me, Jess from Teachable and Alex. You guys want to say what up and introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'll let Alex go first.
Oh, okay.
After you go first, and then you let Alex go first. That's cool. Classy.
Hey guys. My name is Alex Beadon, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. I am a business coach, and I really just teach business and marketing principles through courses. I have 2 courses, 1 membership site, and so I'm really excited to be with you guys here today.
And hey guys, I am Jessica Tor, and I'm doing partnerships at Teachable, but I also have online courses as well. And I'm just really excited to be here and just kind of going through this entire summit. And you guys are awesome in the chat, by the way.
Dude, we have almost 2,000 people live already. This is crazy. Well, guys, look, it's 2:02. I want to be very respectful of your time because there's a lot of content we need to cover. I want to try and do it in 60 to 75 minutes. So I'm going to hop into the presentation and get that started. But while I do that, this is event number 1 of what is going to be an amazing week. I would love if you all typed into chat, what is the number 1 thing you want to learn this week? What is the number 1 thing? There's one takeaway you could have. What is it? Alex, what would your number 1 takeaway be from what you want to get out of this summit?
I am just excited to see what all of the other people who are involved are going to be saying and what they're going to be sharing. So I'm just excited to learn as much as I possibly can, because I think when you do something and you've done it for so long, it's always great to see how other people are doing it too.
That's awesome. All right, guys, can you guys see my slides?
Looks good to me.
Do they look beautiful?
They look gorgeous.
Awesome. All right, let's dive in, guys. 7 steps to create and launch your profitable online course. Now, the point of this workshop is I want to show you, and this is how you know you're in the right place. If you're someone that's looking to grow your audience, to actually build a list of followers to increase your credibility or to build an online business, you're in the right place. Or maybe you're a business owner, a creative, a freelancer, a consultant. You're someone that wants to make a living sharing your expertise online. Boom, right place. Ultimately, if you're looking to grow your business, right? If you have a business and you want to double, triple, quadruple it while also making an impact, you're also in the right place. And I know I'm going to just address this now because people will be like, you're talking really fast. Guys, we have to. We have so much cool stuff to cover, and I want to be respectful of your time. And that's why, I want to make this big promise to you. Then in the next 60 minutes, I'm going to show you the 7 steps you need to create and launch your profitable online course, and in the process, grow an audience of 1,000 people who care what you have to say. So some of you know this, this workshop is brought to you by Teachable. If any of you already have a school on Teachable, I want you to type it into chat now, so some of our chat moderators can take a look and give you some feedback. Now, I'm gonna give you everything I have, everything we've learned in the 3 years running and building Teachable. But in return, my only ask for you is I would love, love, love if you stopped everything you're doing, like close your other tabs, no multitasking, and pulled out an old school workbook, right? Like pen and paper. Let's take this old school baby, and I want you to write down notes. And if at the end of the presentation, you tweet a picture of your notes, we'll have something for you. All right, let's do this. So why online courses? Why are we all excited about online courses? Why are we hosting this summit? What is so special about online courses? Let me walk you through the quick reasons online courses are great. So number one, and let's not deny one of the biggest reasons a lot of people are here is to make a little bit of extra money on the side or earn a full-time living from online courses. The fact of the matter is online courses can be very profitable, and they can give you your business a whole new dimension by allowing you to make money on the side. So to get a sense of where everyone is from, I would love if you typed into chat what your monthly income goals are for your online course. How much money would you like to make from your online course to make this worth investing in? And while we do that, Jess, when you created your first online course, what was your goal? Was there a certain amount you wanted to make with the course, or was it just like, I'll throw this up and see what happens?
I think for my very first one, my goal was to hit $10,000. And I think, honestly, had I made even $1,000, that would have been enough to know that I had something there, and there was a viable course idea. So I think even if you make one sale, you're on the right track.
Wow, someone's like 300,000 a month, man.
Yes.
You have a good life. Yeah, so for a lot of people, what's interesting is, even if you think about what an extra $1,000 a month can do just in terms of freedom, flexibility, whether it's allowing you to travel more, whether it's allowing you, to invest in daycare, whether it's one additional thing, like all of these goals are achievable. Most people start out between B and C, but what's cool about online courses is once you make even $1,000 to $2,000, it's so much easier to double and triple your earnings the way you couldn't, in a full-time job. Wow, look at the chat. This chat is insane, guys. Guys, keep up the energy. This is awesome. All right. So with that income goal in mind, whether it's A, B, C, D, or E, I'm going to show you the exact playbook you need to get there. What's interesting is a lot of people think, to hit these goals, you need a lofty following. You need hundreds of thousands of people, tens of thousands of people. But I don't know how many of you have heard of Kevin Kelly, but he's awesome. And what he determined after studying and looking at the data is to be a successful creator, right? You don't need millions of fans. You don't need millions of dollars. With even 1,000 true fans, like 1,000 true fans who buy, even one product from you a year, that's 6 figures a year with 1,000 people in your audience. The numbers we're talking about are totally, totally attainable, and that's what's so cool here. So we're going to cover that. In step 3, we're going to show you exactly how you can get to 1,000 true fans. Now, the money is great. Let's quickly talk to the other reason online courses are amazing. Number 2, you become a mini celebrity in the space. Like people tend to know you as that person. We had a scrapbooking instructor, Jessica Sprague, and now everyone knows her as the scrapbooking instructor, Jessica Sprague. You build a brand, you build an identity, you become the go-to person in your space by being that celebrity. The third reason courses are great is you front load all the work. You're no longer trading time for dollars. As any of you in a full-time job know, you're literally trading time for dollars. With courses, you do the work up front, you work when you want to, and then for the rest of time, you can keep selling it. It's an asset. It's very, very high leverage. Work up front, keep earning forever. Fourth reason courses are amazing is, and this is especially significant compared to people that write books. I know at one point I tried to write a book, which is not a great idea at all. But with writing a book, you end up spending, what, a year, 2 years to write a good book? There's a lot of classic writers that have spent 10 years writing a book. With an online course, within 30 days, you generally can generate enough money to see, is this working or not? And accordingly, you can adjust, your entire business. The fifth reason courses are amazing, and let's not discount this. Like, that's what's cool about education is we're able to do all these things. We're able to make money. We're able to have freedom in our life. We're able to, have all this leverage. But at the end of the day, we're helping people. And because of the scale afforded to you by online courses, you can help a ton of people at the same time. And this is, and I'm gonna quickly ask you guys at the end which reason is most important. When we started Teachable, I actually thought, everyone's motivation was to make money selling courses. We discovered for a lot of people, the money is what allows them to do it. The real purpose, the real mission behind this is being able to help people in a way that scales. So with that said, I'd love if you all typed in the chat of these 5 benefits. And to quickly recap them, it's money, being a mini celebrity, the fact that courses are an asset and high leverage, the fact that you get results fast, fifth one, helping people. Which one is most significant to you? And Alex, while people type in it, I'd love to know what got you started in this journey. Like, what was your why?
For me, it was a mixture of all of those reasons that you just said. Like,
you have to pick one. That's a cop-out. You have to pick one.
I look at them and I was like, which one would I pick?
You have to pick one. I'm not accepting all are great.
I think for me, honestly, it's the fact that you can reach so many people. Like, yeah, you're not just helping one person, you have the opportunity to help. So it's very scalable. So I love that about it.
Yep. Awesome. So yeah, a lot of people say helping people, fast results, money, helping people. It's all over the place. This is awesome. All right. So before we dive into meat and potatoes, who are we? What are we doing here? My name is Ankar Nakpal. I am wearing a very similar shirt in that picture as I am right now. I promise you it's not the same shirt. I am the founder of a company called Teachable. For those of you who don't know Teachable, we are an online course hosting platform, teachable.com, that's used by over 10,000 instructors, 10,000 teachers that teach over 5 million people. We have seen over $50 million worth of course sales. And we've seen everyone's courses. And that's what this entire presentation is about. And as Jess introduced you, Jess runs partnerships with Teachable. Jess, real quick, give us the 30-second blurb on who Jess is.
Yeah, so I lead partnerships at Teachable, but I also have online courses also on Teachable. And just really excited to be here. I teach people about how making websites and growing an online business.
Perfect, that was 31 seconds, right on point. Alex, you get 45 seconds. Tell us all about Alex in 45 seconds.
Nice. So my name is Alex Beadon. I'm a business and marketing coach. And what really makes me different from all the other business and marketing coaches is that I not only help people with their strategy, I also help people with their energy and their mindset, because I think that those things are just as important. So I'm kind of like this spiritual woo-woo business coach. So that's
all right, we need to talk after. I need help with my energy and mindset a lot. Just kidding. So, all right, guys, so why should you listen to us about this, right? As I said, it's the data. There's one word, it's the data. We've seen all this before. We've seen this 1,000 times. We've seen 20,000 course launches, 10,000 instructors. But these are all big numbers. But the point is, look, we have the data. We've seen what converts. Look at that beautiful dashboard. We've seen what converts. We've talked to instructors. We've solved their issues. We've done the troubleshooting. We've fixed their problems. We've seen exactly what works. We've seen what doesn't work. And what's cool about all this is you take all this data, and you get really, really interesting conclusions. And the biggest conclusion we came to that is really the underlying thesis behind this entire workshop today is there's one tried and true tested method I'm gonna give you today that I've given to my friends, I've given to other people, I've coached them through this, and this works. You follow these 7 steps, and I can take anyone, literally, I can take anyone. Give me, I've done this with grandparents, with, my mom, I've shown her how to do this. Give me any person, and if I can sit down and show them this 7-step process, they will learn how to sell online courses. It's that, well, it's not simple. You still have to do the work, but it's that, you do the work and you will get the results. All right? So are you guys ready to dive into this 7-step process?
I'm ready.
I was born ready.
Oh, you win this round, Alex. All right, awesome. So let's dive in, guys. All right, and chat too. Are you guys ready? I want to hear some energy. I want to hear some excitement, some yes, some hell yeah. Something to get going before we dive into step 1, where we'll spend a little bit of time, because step 1 shapes everything. It shapes what a course is. And once we get step 1, we'll breeze through steps 2 through 7. All right, step 1, finding your most profitable course idea. So, all right, let's start with a quick poll, right? Because different people are at different stages. Again, chat one more time. I want 1, 2, 3. Which category of person are you? Are you someone that's excited but you have no idea what your course is going to be? Like all you know is you want to do a course, but it could be in anything. Number 2 is where you have a broad topic area. Maybe you know that you're good at dance. Like for instance, I'm an excellent dancer. So for me, I know I want to keep it about dance, but you don't know exactly what kind of dance. Or number 3 could be, shout out to my ADD brothers and sisters, because I was this, where you have all these ideas for courses. You want to do a course on cooking, scrapbooking, programming, everything, but you just don't know which one to focus on. So type it into chat, 1, 2, or 3. Jess, when you first, I know your course is on creating websites. When you first came up with your course idea, which one were you?
I was definitely a 2. It was like, I knew the topic, but I had no idea how I was going to make it really like clear and easy for people to follow.
Sweet. So what's interesting is with this chat is there's a lot of 2s and 3s, a few 1s, not that many, but lots of 2s and 3s. That's awesome. Oh, I love the people that are like, I'm a 1, 2, and 3. All right, cool. So the first thing I want to go over is like, guys, you can have courses on all kinds of topics. That was the first kind of realization that blew my mind. But like on Teachable, we have courses on everything. We have teachers on like watercolor lettering. We have Alex Steele, and I love Alex Steele because he actually had a course on intermediate blacksmithing. We have courses on cake decoration. We have courses on meditation and wellness. There's thousands of potential course topics. There's card magic, scrapbooking, cartooning, marketing, programming, finding a job, music. Like, think about all the spectrum of activities we as humans enjoy. There are profitable course topics in every single one of them. Like there's this underlying myth that a lot of people have that if your course is not on a professional topic, you can't teach it. That is completely untrue. You can teach a course on anything. Like you can teach a course on parenting, you can teach a course on buying a house. Like think about whatever you achieve in your life and think about all the things you're a little bit better than your friends at. You can teach a course in that topic. So guys, how do we do this? Let's workshop this. Remember the pen and paper I told you about? Let's pull it out. Pull it out right now. And I want you to write down a list of broad topic areas that you're interested in, all right? So think about things you're good at and passionate about. Think about things that you're already interested in. And finally, draw from your experience. Like what jobs have you had? What professional skills do you have? What did you learn in college? Write down all these topics, right? Piece of paper. So like what I want to see is piece of paper, like 7 or 8 topics. It can be like painting, photography, dance. Write them all down. And while you work through that, I'm gonna real quick overcome like what I feel, or at least what I've heard to be the most frequent objection while I train people how to do this. And this myth goes a little bit like this. And if you guys feel like this, tell me. Everyone at some level feels like this, and it's the most important thing to overcome. But the myth goes a little bit like this, right? It's like you think about courses, you think about, how good it would feel to have your course, to have your name up there, to like, teach whatever you're passionate about. But then you'll think about someone who's really an expert in their field, someone who's just like for instance, I grew up playing cricket and I could totally teach a course playing cricket. But then I think about like the professional players and I think about, wow, imagine if the professional players have a course, like why would anyone want to learn a course from me? Like, who am I to teach when I'm not that good. I never did this professionally. Why would someone pay money to learn this from me when there's people better than me? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's like a little bit of an imposter syndrome, but it happens a lot when you first think about online courses. And that's something it's just, something I've heard so many times from first-time course creators. And it's something that I've frankly felt myself too. What's interesting about this is eventually, after looking at people on Teachable, I was able to completely reframe how I thought about this when I realized the most successful course creators, the most successful, people that are doing well on the platform, they're not experts. They're not people that are amazing at their field. What's interesting about them is they're just a little bit better than their students. They're 1 or 2 steps ahead of their students, and that makes them better teachers for it. So I'll give you an example. We had 2 kids, John and Elliot, on our platform who taught iPhone programming, and they reached over 100,000 students, made $2 million. And I always thought, John and Elliot, man, these guys must be great programmers. When I met them, I was shocked to find out that These guys weren't professional programmers. They've never had a programming job. They have no formal computer science education. What made them great teachers? And again, that's what it's all about, right? Being a great teacher to the students you attract. What made them a great teacher was the fact that they were just a little bit better than their students. They had struggled to self-teach themselves for years. They'd seen all the free tutorials, tried to teach themselves, failed. And because of this like repeated failure and finally learning how to program, they weren't great at it, but it made them better teachers for it, right? Doesn't that like change everything? If you realize that all you have to do is like, just be that little bit better, and not only will people pay to learn from you, they will actually learn better from you because they're just that little bit ahead. Like as soon as I thought of that, blew my mind, changed everything. Like imposter syndrome complex, whatever, gone, ready to like move ahead. So being an expert doesn't matter what matters. It's only one thing. There's one thing and one thing only that matters. And I want you to listen up because you forget every single other thing I tell you. You can forget everything else. Remember this. The only thing that matters is the transformation. All right, I hate this slide. Let's move on. No, they put this in as a joke. We can move on. But honestly, let's use this slide. The most important part of any online course is what we call the butterfly effect. It's the transformation. You know how caterpillar transforms to a butterfly, or how like nerdy Urkel transformed into like grown-up suave Urkel? That's what your course is. Your course is a transformation. If you think about a before picture and an after picture, your course is the in-between. Your course is, when people buy a course, they're not buying a course. What they're buying is what is the outcome, what is the transformation your course provides, and that is all an online course is. Do not let anyone ever tell you an online course is anything else. It's not a collection of videos. It's not a collection of files. No one cares about anything else. The only thing that an online course is it's a transformation. It's a single outcome your students get. And what I want you to do now is for every topic you have, I want you to write down what the specific one transformation, just one and one only, your course provides. So a very clear transformation, like click-minded, 10x your traffic from Google, one specific transformation. 2, learn how to free dive to depths of up to 10 meters, one specific transformation. Jess, what is the one transformation your course has?
By the end of it, you will have a website for your business.
Yep. Guys, that's how simple it is. So for all the topics, I want you to write down what is the one single transformation. And again, you can forget everything else I tell you today. Honestly, like this is the most important thing. What is the one transformation your idea has? And on the piece of paper, as you have the one transformation for every topic, it'll then become clear which topic you should choose. So quick poll, how many people feel like the more information your course has, like the more value, the videos, the hours of content, the more like packed it is, the more valuable it is? How many people feel that way? Type it into chat so that I can go ahead and tell you that you are wrong. You are completely and utterly wrong. What makes a course valuable is it takes people to an outcome. It takes people to a transformation faster. That's why people pay money for a course, is because they don't care about 14 hours of video with 72 bonus clips. They want the transformation. If I'm taking Jess's course, I'm paying money to have a website. I'm not paying money for Jess to talk to me. Like really, I just want the website. No offense, Jess. But no, really, like I just want the website, right? Like if you can help me build a website really fast, that's all I want. So that's what you gotta remember. An online course, your job is to be a shortcut to an outcome. That's why people pay for courses and they're not watching free videos. You take all this complicated stuff, simplify, cut through the noise, and find what's important. Simplify, aggregate, take people to the outcome, boom. That is a profitable course idea. So real quick, just rehashing this, bringing this all together. Step 1, all the topics you're passionate about. Step 2, specific transformation. What can you take people to fast, And step 3 is draw a circle around the most impactful transformation. And guys, that is your most profitable course idea. So before I jump into step 2, I would love if you, all right, Catherine said that was rude to Jess. Jess, I feel the need to apologize. I'm very sorry about that.
I appreciate it. I know you're joking.
Awesome. Cool. So before we move ahead, I would love if you all typed into chat as to what the one specific outcome you have from your idea that makes it, something you want to do. So, while I take a sip of water, Alex, tell me what your kind of transformation is if you had to pick the one specific transformation from your course, what would that be?
It would be helping people learn how to have marketing funnels on their website. Like that's pretty much what it comes down to, is just marketing funnels, marketing funnels, marketing funnels.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So a lot of great ideas. Becoming an influential leader. All right. Whoever said becoming an influential leader, I want you to be more specific. Connect better with others. More specific. File a patent application. That is good. That's very specific. Again, be specific, guys. Be specific. People's lives transformed in health? No. Tell me how you're going to transform my life. Pitch with confidence? No. Again, like more specific. Yeah, like some of them are really, really great. Very, very specific. But the more specific your outcome is, like, some people are like, I'm going to help you get 500 email subscribers. That's great. This, like, specific is great. So, all right, step 2, we're in reasonable time. Step 2 is, working backwards, setting income goals, for our course. I'm going to give you a magic formula. And what you can do with this magic formula is figure out exactly how many people you need in your audience to set your income goals. All right, cool. So a lot of you know this, but for those of you that don't, the easiest way to launch a course, the best way to launch a course is not through social media. It's not through affiliates. It's not through partners. It is by building a small and engaged email list. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. Don't have to get worried about it. But building a small and engaged email list is how you build an audience to sell your course. That's all you gotta do. Small and engaged email list equals to dollars. So before you I'm gonna dive into the formula and show you exactly how it works, but that's all you gotta remember for now. So when you build a list of fans, when you build an email list of people who know you, who like you, who trust you, it becomes a lot easier to hit your income goals when you launch a course to them. In fact, it becomes, I'm not gonna say so easy because it still takes work, but it becomes so predictable that you can actually work backwards and figure out how many people you need to put on your email list to hit your goal. So type in the chat if you already have an audience. Even if not, we're gonna show you exactly how to workshop it. But if you already have an audience, you can plug in that part of the formula and see how much money you'll make. So type in the chat how many people you have on your email list. If you do have an email list, if not, I'm gonna show you in step 3 exactly how you can go from 0 to a few hundred, few thousand people in a couple of weeks. All right, yeah, Amy's like, let's start from the beginning. How do we get into an email list? I'm gonna go over that in step 3. Step 2 is for people that already do have it. Step 3, we're gonna go from 0 to 100 real quick. Well, 0 to 1,000 real quick. Cool, so here is the magic formula, all right? Pause on it for a second. I'm Indian, so this math is easy for me. But for the rest of you, no, I'm just kidding. Take a screenshot. The way this works is you have a revenue goal, and you have the total number of email subscribers, a conversion rate, and the price for your course. So what we can do here to simplify things is think of your revenue goal, right? So we did this in the beginning. It might be 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, whatever it is. Hit your revenue, put your revenue goal on the left-hand side. And for a conversion rate, we can safely make the assumption that 2% of people will buy. You can normally do a lot better than 2%, but let's just make the assumption that 2% of people will buy and plug in 0.02 over there. And for the third thing, let's enter the price for our course. All right, so I'm gonna hold on this for a second. So revenue goal, conversion rate, price for your course. So here, let's say we wanted to make $5,000. So we want to sell 17 copies for a $300 course, and we're making the assumption 2% of people will buy. That means we need to get 850 email subscribers. That's it. Like now, all the stress is gone, all the pressure is gone. All we need to do is figure out how to get 850 email subscribers. You see what's cool about this formula is we can work backwards, and when we go into step 3, which is building our email list, we're not flying blind. We're not taking chances here. This is science. Like we now know exactly what we need to hit, exactly how many email subscribers we need to actually hit our launch goal. And because we're saying 2%, and in general I think we can do a lot better. We can do 3, 4, 5%. This is a conservative estimate. We might be able to make more than $5,000. Does that? All right. I see a couple people saying I didn't get that. I'll come to it in the Q&A. Later if people are getting confused. I see some people get it. For those of you that don't get it, take a screenshot, and we'll come to it in the Q&A too. But you can really just plug in a number here and figure out exactly how many email subscribers you need to hit your goal. And the good news is, the numbers you'll get is 200, 300, 1,000, very, very doable numbers. And in step 3, that's exactly what we're going to cover, right? how every single person can build their email list, whether you're 0 or you're already at a few thousand. So sweet. Charlie's saying why 17 copies? 17 copies is what we derived because we wanted to hit $5,000 and we had a $300 course. All right. 2% conversion is normally what we do. It's a very safe estimate. Like generally people do better than 2%, but 2% is something you can do, just to be safe. Sweet. All right, step 3, growing your course audience and email list with our playbook. So so I see a few people that are like, hey, I want to do an email list. How do I build an email list? Again, I sound repetitive because I keep saying, guys, this is so simple, but this actually is like, it's a very, very, very simple formula that's used by every single person in the world in online marketing. Every single person at Teachable has built an email list the same way. We're building the email list. We're building our own email list the same way. And it's as simple as what you do is you trade free value. Some kind of information, something valuable for free in exchange for someone's email address. That's all you do. That's how Jess built her email list. That's how Alex built her email list. That's how every single person, every one of our case studies built their email list. Is you take something really valuable, give it away, and get an email address in return. That is all there is to it. So there's a lot of different ways you can do that. We have 18 strategies we go over in our flagship online program, The Profitable Teacher, where we take you through literally 18 ways of giving something away for free and getting an email address. I'm only going to give you 5 of them right now because 1, we don't have a lot of time, and 2, the second thing is what's important is not to do all 18. What's important is to find 1, 2, or 3 of them that really work for you and do them super, super well. All right, real quick, 5 ones. Method 1 is a giveaway. How many of you were part of our giveaway at the start of this summit? I mean, obviously one of the big reasons for doing the giveaway was so that, we could reward our audience and give someone the chance to win a prize. But the other reason is what happened when we ran a giveaway is people would enter their email address in return for trying to win this prize. And by choosing a prize that was relevant to our audience, we were able to get a lot of email addresses and build our audience just by running a giveaway. And there's a lot of software you can use to automate it. And someone will type it in the chat, but you can use KingSumo, you can use Gleam.io. They'll type in resources, but you can set up a giveaway, find a prize for one person, and promote it to your audience and have them promote it as well. And that'll help you build email addresses. So number 2, and this is my favorite just because Teachable makes it so easy, is you take a mini course. So the way a mini course works is, imagine you have a premium course, your $300 course on how to plan a trip to Italy, right? Maybe you watched Master of None's first episode and you got super inspired. You're like, man, I want to go to Italy, learn how to make pasta, it looks super cool. So you come up with this great course with 10 modules. But what's cool is you can take any one of those modules, break it out into a mini course, right? Set it as a free course and give that free course away in order to attract leads. And what's cool about that is, you get 3 great things. You can instantly put hundreds, sometimes thousands of students inside your course in a matter of days, because instead of now convincing them to buy something, you're giving them value for free. They'll start to build a relationship with you. They'll start to trust you. They'll consume the course. It's the fact that it's in the same topic as your master trip to Italy course means they're already interested in this. And then when you come to them with an offer saying, hey guys, you want to buy the full premium course, they're primed for it. They're ready for it. They're already interested in the topic. They've already given you their email address. They've already created an account on your course site. It's beautiful. You have an instant audience ready to buy a course. It costs absolutely nothing at all. So, all right, number 3 also really, really simple. All you can do is just add a CTA in your email signature. So Noah Kagan, for instance, does this, right? He's like, PS, come eat tacos with me. You can say, PS, try my free course on booking a trip to Italy. Whatever it is, every single time you send an email is an opportunity to attract people to your course, right? Have you ever thought about it? Like your personal network. There's so many people in your personal network that will, sign up for your free course or whatever you want to give away to put them on your email list. All right, yeah, Alex does that too. That's great. Alex, how well does that work well for you?
Yeah, that works. And what's cool about it as well is that you can actually set it up to track how many people so that you have a good idea of where people are coming from when they opt in. So yeah, that works well.
Yep, and apologies for not clarifying. By CTA, I mean call to action, right? So basically is basically just, exactly what that slide shows you, an invite for someone to click and join your list. All right. The fourth one is, and again, you might know this from what we're doing right now, is the webinar, where you basically host a live workshop and you host it for free. But in return for people joining, they have to give you their email address. So, most times we host a webinar, we get 400 to 600 subscribers just by having a live workshop. People enter their email address, people promote it. You can also do it with a partner, and this also gets people signed up on your email list. So, fifth method, and I'm gonna let Jess talk about this real quick because her friend Selena uses this a lot, is guest posting. Jess, how does this work?
Yeah, so guest posting is a really great way, especially if you don't have an audience already. So you can write a blog post and you can tailor it to someone else's site so it helps their audience. So in this case, so what Selena did is she wrote all about how to get attention of your favorite expert. But what a lot of guest posts allow you to do is have a link to your opt-in or your lead magnet or some sort of link so you can collect leads. So, I mean, if you're going on a site that has a lot of visitors, you can grow your list a couple hundred, a couple hundred people really easily just from having a really detailed post.
Sweet, thank you. Is my mic better now? I tried, I just checked.
Yeah, I think it was just brushing against your shirt, I think.
Yeah, no, I think I was using the wrong mic. All right, sorry guys, I'm gonna sound a little bit better now. All right, so guys, these are there are 18 different strategies, and I've only given you 5 of them, right? That's all. There's so many different things you can do. The point here is, again, not doing all of them, but picking 2 or 3 that really, really work from you and going into detail with them and doing them well and actually generating those subscribers. All right, so after you do this over a 10 to 14 day period, all right, a lot of people are saying this mic sounds worse. How's this mic sound better or worse to you guys?
I think it's not as scratchy. I mean, you can use the other mic. I think it was rubbing against your shirt, so it had background noise.
Yeah, I love someone's I think their chest hair is making some noise. Cool, so I'm gonna stick with this mic for a while. Tell me if you guys want me to change it. All right, now this is all mic talk. Worse.
Can you maybe switch back, but just move it away from your shirt?
All right, let's try this. All right.
Yeah. At least you guys know it's live. There's a bonus.
Right? or this is all just well orchestrated.
Yeah, that's better.
Anyways, enough mic and chest hair talk. Let's get back into the content. So after you do this over a 10 to 14 day period, you will have your email list. And later on in step 7, I can show you how to actually launch your list to them. Launch your course to them. So would love to know again in chat, which one of these strategies would you guys use to actually launch your course? All right, Jess, which one's your favorite one to use?
Honestly, I think guest posting or webinars. Webinars are just great because then people can see who you are and get a feel for your teaching style and your personality, I think. Yep, and which one's your favorite, Alex?
I would have to agree. I think webinars are fantastic. And actually, my last launch, I used Facebook Live as well, and that was super effective as well. So just anything that's going to get people to see your personality and see what your teaching style is like, I think is going to be great.
All right, guys, step 4, and this is my favorite step, is how do you price your course the right way, right? Pricing is super, super important. Things we teach people a lot, and let's dive into this. So how many people here are considering creating a course for less than $100? Type it into chat. Have you, when you first started, Jess, did you ever consider creating a course for less than $100?
No, I didn't. That was intentional though, but yeah. What about you,
Alex? You're a little bit better equipped than other people. But a lot of people, it's very unintuitive because when you first start selling courses, you think about, you think about the fact that you're just getting started out and how much you can actually charge for a course. A lot of people don't have the confidence to charge the right amount. What's interesting is the best way to hit your revenue target, the best way to actually hit your goals is to use premium pricing. Now, we call this the Rolls-Royce effect, or the way I like to think about it is almost the Apple, the way Apple has built a reputation for premium products is to make your course the Apple of online courses. We are not competing on, having a cheap course, but rather building the best possible product. I'm going to show you exactly why in a second, but this is really, really important. So one, the average price of top 10 selling instructors on Teachable, and we just checked this, is $272. A lot of people are making a living selling a course over $1,000. And you don't necessarily need to be at the $1,000 mark, but I want you to be at least the hundreds of dollars mark. And the reason this is interesting is, premium pricing is really cool for multiple reasons. One, it becomes a lot easier to hit our income goals because we don't have to make that many sales. Like obviously the higher the price, there's fewer the students you need to find. But where it gets really, 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 really interesting is your students do better. Your students have better results when you charge more money for it. And again, at Teachable, we have the data. The same course, when you give it away at a lower price, people are less likely to watch it, less likely to finish it, report lower satisfaction ratings, and are more likely to ask for a refund because you charge less money. Like, just think about it, right? Like the amount of free courses I have sitting that I've never watched, the amount of books I've bought for $5 that I've never read. But when I invest $300 in a program, I'm more motivated, I'm better to work with, your students respect your time more, it leads to a higher quality outcome for both parties. You can actually afford to spend more time with them, and you're no longer, competing on pricing. And the math, $1,000 a month, at $100 a sale, you got to make 10 sales, $500, 2 sales, $5,000 a month, the math just works out. Isn't that, all right, these slides are wrong. If you charge $100, less than 2 sales per day, never mind, yeah. If you charge $100, you gotta make less than 2 sales per day. These numbers are completely doable. And all right, so I saw a bunch of comments. A bunch of people in chat are being like, yeah, but I don't know if my information is worth that much. I don't know if my information is actually worth this much, right? I'm seeing this, like we talked about the expert complex and the imposter syndrome. I'm seeing this now. So here's what I want you guys to do. I've felt this way. A lot of people have felt this way. What we're gonna do now, Jess, you and Alex are gonna do this too, is what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a leap of faith with me. I've worked with enough people that kind of have a price for their course in mind. I can safely tell you, if you take the price you have, maybe it's $50, maybe it's $100, trust me, let's take a leap of faith together, and at the very least, double your price. Just double your price, and I've seen the data enough to know your conversion rate is not going to change. Your conversion rate will not go down. You will literally make twice as much money because our internal bias is to always charge less than we're worth. All right. So leap of faith. I want you all to do this, guys. Alex, Jess, I want you all to jump into chat now. And this is going to be some Tony Robbins shit, but we're going to type in all caps. I don't want to see any lowercase here. All caps. I will charge more. I will absolutely charge more. And type it into chat. Let's all collectively, 2,500 of us type, I will absolutely charge more money. I will make this happen.
I think there's a bit of a delay as well. So people are going to be like, why are they typing that in?
I am loving this.
Oh my God. Yeah, I want you to know, guys, let's do this. Let's all double our price. I promise you, you will make more money. We, in general, underestimate what our value is. Look at this chat. This is going great. Everyone will charge more. Awesome. All right. There we go. Now that we've gotten our pricing down, how many people here are worried about the technology? You're just worried if, okay, fine, I got the knowledge down, I got the pricing down, I'm pumped up, ready to charge twice as much. Some people are ready to charge 3 times as much. What do we do now? You're worried about the technology. You're worried that, the tech stuff will be really hard. You won't have a web developer around to set stuff up for you. Who's worried about that? Cool, because that is the next objection we're gonna take here and completely shatter. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to handle the technology to get your course website online. So what's important when you're putting a course online? I think there's 6 things that are super important when you're putting a course online. And the first one is I want it to be absolutely beautiful, right? It's my brand. It's gotta be my colors, my branding. And I want this to look good because this is a reflection of who I am. It's 2017, guys. Every website is beautiful now on the internet. Have you noticed? Everything's beautiful. It would suck if my website's the only one that doesn't look as good. So I want it to be beautiful. I want it to be my brand name, my name up top, my domain name. It's got to be about my business so I retain the professionalism versus having it on someone else's website. Man, people are still saying they're going to charge more. Holy. Cool. Third is I want my course to be mobile optimized. Again, it's 2017, guys. Get with the times. A third of traffic on courses is mobile. So you want it to look good in mobile. You want people to be able to consume the course in mobile. You want them to be able to buy on mobile devices. And I mean, these are just table stakes right now. And people are still want people to charge more. Awesome. Fourth is I want total control over my data and emails. I want, I want to have complete ownership of my audience. There's marketplaces out there like Udemy and Skillshare and all those places that are also great avenues to post your course, but they don't even give you your student's email address. Even if you get a student, you can never contact them outside of the platform. So you're not really building a business at all if you can't even have contact with who your buyers are. Isn't that insane?
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The fifth one is I want to be able to accept payments on day one. I don't want anyone to tell me my course needs X or Y. I don't want to wait for a merchant account. I don't want to wait for authorization. If I'm excited today, if I watch this webinar today and I want to make my first sale today, I want to be able to just get started, right? I want to be able to do this right now. And the last one is I want my website to be found online. I want search engines to pick it up. I want it, for organic visitors to be able to find it. And I want all of this to happen without me having to think about it. All right. So I want to let you guys in on a little secret. And for a lot of you, it's not a secret at all. It's actually quite predictable where this is going. But you can do all of this for free on teachable.com. So for a quick win right now, right? For just a quick win on the webinar right now, I'll wait for about a minute. I want you all to open up a new tab, go to teachable.com and hit the button to create your free course and actually create your course website and then type done into chat. And the reason this is important is right now your course, it's something that lives in your brain, right? It just lives in your mind. But as soon as you do this, as soon as you sign up for that account and it's completely free, it becomes real. It actually becomes something that's no longer just in your head. It becomes a real tangible concept that now is something you need to complete. So while we kind of do that and catch up let people do that, Jess, what was it like, when you first kind of used Teachable to put your course online, coming from a world where you had to do everything yourself?
Well, I have to say I was really nervous transferring all my stuff from my existing platform. And it took me literally an hour to upload because it literally just drag and drop and all the hosting is done for you. So I was very pleasantly surprised that it was that easy. I'm not just saying that, genuinely. You guys can try it yourself.
Awesome. So what's cool is, now that you actually create, this your online school, so to speak, I'm going to quickly show you how easy it is to actually just build a course sales page, which is just a form where you answer basic questions like what's the name of the course, fill out a description, and in minutes, you'll actually have a page that is ready to be sold. You can literally do this in an hour today after the webinar, create a beautiful sales page that's already been tested to convert well, do it all in a matter of an hour, and make your first sale by pre-selling the course right now. So a lot of people are saying done, done, done. So great sales page is really, really simple. We've tested everything. This is all you got to do. You got to have, upload an image up top, have a title, a subtitle. All of these buttons are generated automatically. Upload a promo video that describes what your course is, who it's for, a description. And we do things like, we make it really easy to have testimonials. So you can have social proof on your sales page. We make it really easy if you want to have multiple prices because it's been proven with data that having different enrollment options, maybe you make someone pay monthly or one-time payment, by giving people the choices, you will have a page that will convert better. It'll, it's a fill-in-the-blank template for something that is guaranteed to convert, guaranteed to make money, and you can do all of this, literally all of this, right after the webinar today. That's how easy it is, right? You just fill in the blanks. Everything has been tested for conversion, and you can just generate this page. Even before your course is complete, you can actually pre-sell your course using this template. And when you have this, right, you just have this link that you can then start sending everyone to your course, literally like take that link and people can start buying your course. Like it's so cool. I highly recommend after this workshop, carve out an hour to just build this page, just fill in the blank template, build this page, and you'll have momentum to start getting people to buy. Alex, have you ever tried that? Have you ever just tried creating a beautiful sales page and sending people to it before the product is even built?
That's a really good question. I think I have. When I first started the School of Killer Impressions, I didn't have the course actually built. I knew what it was going to be about, and then I sold it and then kind of just made it as I went along.
That's awesome. Like that's what we recommend, guys. Like, if you watch this workshop today and you're excited, you're pumped up, and you want to capitalize on this momentum, the single best way to do this is just create your account for free. You can create your sales page, and you already have something with which you can validate your course idea. How cool is that? That's so awesome.
Yeah, and what's awesome about that too is that you'll be able to tell before you spend all the time on the course and making it perfect, you'll be able to tell if people actually want it or not. You'll be able to see what the response is. So yeah, I love that.
Awesome. All right, guys. So now with that said, we're through step 5. We're 50 minutes in, probably take another 10 to 15 minutes to get through the rest. But what's interesting is, as you might have noticed, is we've covered a lot of material. We've covered, to quickly recap, sorry, my slide was on. We've covered finding your course idea, setting income goals, growing your course audience, pricing. We've actually created our course website and our sales page already, but it's only now, step 6, that we're doing the work of creating and recording the course, right? And I want you to think about why it is that we're doing that. We're doing this because by doing these steps before, we have taken all the risk out. We've found a transformation. We've set our income goal. We've figured out how many people we need in our list. We've built our list. We've figured out pricing. We've built our sales page. There's no risk anymore. Now we know we will succeed because the work is already done before we even record the content. And this is the biggest change we have made at Teachable in terms of how we recommend people go about this process. At first, we used to tell people to create all the content up front, but we realized there's no need for that. You can do all of the email listing and marketing before the content. So by the time you build the content, people are just ready to buy. So content building. Let's talk about content building real quick. A lot of people are like, wow, that sounds like a lot of work. The good news is it's not that hard. If you have your transformation nailed down, it's really, really not that hard. And I'm going to show you the single easiest way to actually create your course content. So the first step is create your course outline. Now, what's the outline? Again, go back to the transformation, which is think about what the outcome you want the person to reach and work backwards from it by listing all the steps they need to take to get there. So let's imagine for a second, the outcome you want them to reach is, I'm going to teach you how to negotiate a raise at your current job. That's the outcome, it's the transformation. So what are the steps someone needs to take to get there? Step 1 might be, like the psychology behind it, how to prepare yourself mentally. Step 2 could be preparing a list of all your accomplishments, all that you've done. Step 3 could be scheduling a meeting with your boss or HR or whoever is the one in charge of it. Step 4 could be preparation in the morning of the meeting. Step 5 could be conducting yourself during the meeting. Step 6 could be follow-up. Step 7 could be, throwing a party because this process works so well. Whatever the steps are, each one of those steps becomes what we call a section on Teachable, or you can also, each step becomes a section. And under each section, you have shorter video-based lectures to help people reach the goal. All right. So again, outcome. Under the outcome, you think of the steps. Each step is a section. Under each section, you have shorter video-based lectures to help people get there. Now, don't let video intimidate you. Video can be really, really, really easy. All you need is PowerPoint or Keynote, just like this, a microphone, fire up some slides, talk over it, and tell people what to do. What's important here, and I really, 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 really cannot stress this enough. What's super, super important here is, guys, you need to get people to the outcome. The only thing that matters in this step is your content going to get people to the outcome? It doesn't matter how pretty your slides are. It doesn't matter if accidentally you say or ah on the screen. None of that other stuff matters. Like, this is the point where, you don't want to be perfect. Like done is better than perfect. Like perfection is not what you need to strive for. What you need to strive for here is setting a deadline and getting it done. This step is really, really critical because this is also where a lot of people go wrong because they get stuck in, almost the state of paralysis where they record their content and they re-record it and they feel like something's not perfect. But in the process, they're working in isolation. You're not actually have it in the hands of students. And the only way to actually make your content better is record it, set a date. It doesn't matter how perfect it is, just the fact that it's done. And then you can work with your students, see how it works to them, and then get to the outcome. Does that make sense? Sweet.
Yeah, thank you, Blair.
All right, yeah, awesome. All right, so yeah. In terms of technologies, I'm seeing a lot of people are worried about what technology. I mean, look, we use ScreenFlow on Mac, Camtasia on Windows, but again, those are the wrong kinds of questions to be asking. Like whatever works, works. I mean, you can record it right out of Keynote or PowerPoint if you even want. And Sierra has a great point. She's like, can we improve the content after we publish it? Yes, a course is a living product. It's not a book, it's a living product. You can always go back and make it better. But what's important is when you set a date to get it out there, to publish it, to have people actually consuming it so that your course can get better. Now, it's and what's great about this is it's an online course. We use video a lot, but you can use any kind of content you want. You can have quizzes, you can have cheat sheets, you can have expert interviews, you can have case studies. It's the internet, guys. It's not a book. You can have so much fun with form factors. You can have discussions. You can really, really go crazy. The basis is usually video, but go completely crazy. When you're ready and you've kind of grabbed, and you want to actually put your face out there, you can also, and we have a lot of tips that we can share with you. You can actually then create professional looking courses really easily and really innovate with what the form factor is. The overall point is here, the goal is, guys, get your outline done, pick a date to launch it, and just get it done. All right. Before I move forward, I would love to hear from you, Alex. Like, what's your favorite kind of content to put inside a course?
I personally love video. I think there's nothing better than people being able to see you as you're walking them through something. And I also like to give them like a PDF that's printable so they can be going through the notes with me as we're going through it together. But one other thing about what you were just saying, you were saying how it's really important to set a date and just put it out there and not kill yourself over it being perfect. And when I first launched the School of Killer Impressions, like I said, I launched it and didn't have any of the course created beforehand. So I was kind of just creating it as we went. And I was really worried that people were going to not like it, that it wasn't good enough. And what going through that experience made me realize is that what in my eyes was not perfect, in their eyes, they absolutely loved it. It was such a great experience for them. They learned so much. And it just taught me that we're really hard on ourselves. And like you said, like good enough is good enough. Yep.
And again, like when I think about the people that have been successful and have not, the biggest difference is frequently that they've just done it, right? It's like you just like actually have gone to the finish line. Getting to the finish line is so, so important. And this step specifically, I always want to call out this step because it's one of the easiest steps, yet it's one of the most frequent stumbling blocks because of this desire for perfection, right? Like the goal here is GSD, get stuff done, right? Get stuff done is the one big takeaway here. Set a date, get it done so that then you can get into the most fun part and actually launch your course. So at this point, we've done all the work, right? We've done all of the work. Who here is ready? Who here is excited and pumped for the final step? This is what it all builds up to. This is what it all leads to. This is our course launch. Type in heck yes, hell yes. If you're excited, if you're ready to learn how to launch this baby, now's the time. Let's go right into it. Step 7 of 7, our course marketing plan to launch your course. So in step 3, we built our email list. We've built our list of fans. Now all we need to do is actually launch this course to them. You can experiment with what I'm going to tell you here, but I'm going to give you a launch plan that you can just use. Like this works. If you follow it exactly the way it is, change nothing at all, it will work. You can experiment with it, but this is tried and tested. We've worked with people for so long on this This simply works. Just follow this calendar and you will get results. So the easiest thing to do here is step one, which we already did, which is building an email list. Step two is we're going to actually launch our course. What that means is we're going to make it available for purchase for a short period of time, generally 1 to 2 weeks. Our exact plan is 8 days, and people can only buy the course for those 8 days. That's it. After the 8 days are done, they probably can't buy it until you launch it again, which might be 6 months in the future. And this sounds a little weird, right? You might be like, why can't I let people launch it at any time? Why can't I let them buy it at any time? Why would I say no to buyers? And what's interesting is we've tested both approaches. And if you want to maximize the value of your time and the financial impact, having a defined period of time in which people can buy the course is really, really important, since it stirs people into action. So for your first launch, I mean, a lot of this, if you're just starting out, you'll probably make $5,000 to $10,000. But once you get that under your belt, you can build up and have bigger launches. So the education phase we've covered already. The goal is you give them content. You give them free content, blog posts, just educate them about what your course is about. Give them value, make them know you, make them like you, make them trust you. And the goal is by the end of that, as we covered in step 3, you have an audience of fans, like people that are like, wow, Encore really knows Italy. If I'm ever planning a trip to Italy, right, he is my man. He's got this stuff down. His content is great. This is on point, and they're just waiting. They're just waiting for me to have something, more that I can give them. So at this point, there's some people that are ready, for whatever you have for them, and that's when you have an 8-day launch phase where you can actually open up your course and be like, hey guys, my course is available for the next 8 days, and you can buy it over those 8 days. So, all right. So how the launch phase works is, and again, this is going to sound aggressive and you don't have to do it, but this is tried, this is tested, this works. I recommend you do it. And that is you send 8 different emails on 8 successive days. You can tell people they don't have to receive all 8 emails. And whenever anyone buys, they stop receiving emails. But you follow this template. You follow these specific 8 emails, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to go over all of them because we don't have that much time. So I'd recommend 2 things. 1, take a screenshot of what this email schedule is. 2, we'll drop in links in chat to like blog posts that go over exactly what script to use in every email. And 3, towards the end of the presentation, I'll show you where you can get more, like printables, calendars, all of that to actually execute this launch strategy perfectly. But it's 8 specific emails you send. And the goal with the 8 emails is, you start by launching a course, explain what the course is, you say it's open, you answer FAQs, you add a bonus, you have a thank you and social proof, then you kind of end with a logical argument, and then you have the like, hey guys, it's now or never, like enrollment is closing. Gail is saying she's skeptical. Well, I'm going to show you some case studies and they will, surprise you. And this is generally what it looks like, right? You send an email, you can throw in a couple of webinars there as well if you really want to get people live and increase the energy, overcome last minute objections. And what you'll find is with this launch is the money will typically come in spurts. For instance, like I'll show you, like it generally looks a little bit like this. Like you announce your course and you make $2,000 up front, then it'll kind of slow down. You might do a webinar, have another bump. But what you'll find interesting is on the last day, sometimes in the last few hours, you can make almost as much money as the entire launch period combined. And that's what's beautiful about a launch window is so many people are stirred into action at the very, very last day or last few hours because they know they won't be able to act otherwise. So, just follow this template, guys. You can innovate, you can change things around. It'll probably still work. But if you follow these exact strategies, it will it's guaranteed to work. So again, this is a post from our Facebook group. And again, if those of you are members in our Facebook group, you can search for this post. Lee's been on our platform for a while. Lee followed and sent these exact same emails, right? You can read it yourself. He posted his open rate, click-through rate from 1,400 people on his list, 1,447 people on his list. He had 244 people buy. I'm not do the math on that. We were making a 2% conversion rate assumption. He did almost 10 times as much as that. Well, 8 times as much as that. That is insane. The amount of, and this is for a $300 course. The amount of he made a life-changing amount of money just following this exact same launch pattern. And it's not just Lee. There's hundreds of people just like Lee that have followed this exact strategy and actually generated these kinds of numbers. Isn't that insane? And again, I see questions, why is it only available for 8 days? We'll get into all of that in the Q&A. And you're right, maybe it can be 7 days, maybe it can be 9 days or 10 days. But the whole point is there's a limited period of time for people to, take action. Did it. Jess, Alex, we did it. Like, we have made it through the 7 steps, and we're, in reasonably good time. Massive shout out to every single one of you, all 2,400 that have stuck around, made it through this presentation. The fact that you guys are still here makes me feel like, you will be successful. Like, you sat through this for an hour, and we're gonna have a special offer for you real quick, and then we're gonna jump into Q&A. So stick around, we're not going anywhere anytime soon. We'll get into all the questions that came in, and right after, I'll give you a special offer. So let's, I'd love to know, to quickly kind of recap, right? Just so people that have stuck around don't forget the important things. What was the most important thing? What was the number one piece of advice you learned today? I'll read out some of the best answers just so that we all remember it. Jess and Alex, would love to hear. Jess first. What was the number one, your number one takeaway from this workshop?
I think the number one takeaway is just how quickly you can do things. I think we have this idea that we have to have this really big full-on production for our videos, and the course has to be this really extravagant thing in order for us to make the first launch. And it's like, you can have your MVP, your minimal viable product, to start launching. Yeah, no, there's people that will do this in like a week or two from watching this. It's crazy.
Alex, what's your biggest takeaway from here?
My biggest takeaway has definitely been just reading the comment section and seeing how there's quite a few people in there who are doubting this process. And for myself, having used this process again and again and again and again, and knowing how well it works, I'm just in shock that there are so many people who are doubting it. So that's been really interesting for me.
That's awesome. Just reading out some of the answers. Get it done. Set a date. Get it done. Lots of people inspired to still charge more. Ideas for course content. The price formula. A course is a shortcut to an outcome. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Yeah, so the biggest thing I want you all to feel is you can do this, right? Again, we spent so much time about psychology and mentality, but really, I want you all to feel that this is something doable. This is something you can actually get done. We've had, thousands of people now go through this process and do it. And if there's one thing you took away, just being able to know that you can do this, that's probably the most important thing. How many of you still feel like there was a lot? Hey, I'm excited and pumped up, but man, there was a lot to deal with. That's a great, so picture. Yeah, it's a great picture. How many of you feel like this? All right, so for those of you that feel like this, and I know it's a lot, I've basically covered everything we know in an hour. And it's not been easy. I've talked fast. A lot of people have been slow down. I've done it at this, the speed I can. Sandra is I definitely feel that way. Well, Sandra, here's what we're gonna do, right? How many of you would like me to get rid of the overwhelm and just give you more? Everything I talked about, just give you more detail, more case studies, more step-by-step, just every single thing in a lot more detail for launching an online course. All right. If you want that, here's what we have for you today, right? In order to create and sell an online course, you need two things. One is you need a proven plan to follow from people who have done it before, right? You need the training from Jess, from Alex, from Teachable, from all of these experts that you can just follow their advice and get it done. And number two is you need the technology. You need the software. You need you need the technology to make it easy, so you don't have to worry about it. All right. So that's why we have combined the best of both worlds. We've combined the software, Teachable, the market leader in creating and selling beautiful online courses, with the very, very, very best training on how to actually do it. Right? So if you guys are want to figure out a course topic, if you want to get well known, if you want to grow your income and build a community around yourself, I'm going to introduce this special bundle. And this is what's ridiculous about the summit. We only do this during the summit. It's legitimately the most, packed, insane kind of offering we have, only available during the summit. And it's called the Course Launch Bundle that is available to give you everything, every single thing you need to get your course business online. So what does it mean? It includes a year of Teachable's professional plan. So if you buy 1 year of Teachable's professional plan, which a lot of you already have, in which case you can just extend it, and if you don't have it, you'll probably end up, needing it at some point. It has unlimited courses and students, no transaction fees, instant payouts. It creates this beautiful course website for you. And it's what's used by all of our, professional instructors, some of whom earn hundreds of thousands a month. If you get a year of Teachable's professional plan, we're going to give you 2 months for free. But on top of that, we're going to give you a lot of training on creating and launching your online course. Starting with our flagship course, The Profitable Teacher. It's normally worth $350. That has like our, all the step-by-step stuff I talked about, like the 18 ways of building an email list, or the launch calendars and the checklists. All of that is included inside The Profitable Teacher to walk you through how to go through your first 5-figure course launch. Like, it has its own community, it has checklists, has templates, it's got everything you need to actually launch your course with our formula. So after you go through this program, you would have, actually completed your first profitable online course with students and revenue. But okay, here's what's different, right? We've done an offer in the past where you get the Profitable Teacher, but what's different here is you're actually going to get training not just from Teachable, but from all of the amazing experts we have coming up in this presentation. And you're going to get their premium course. How many of you know Melissa Griffin? She is phenomenal. And you're getting her $300 course that she's never sold for less than $300 called List Surge on building an email list with 1,000 people, included at no extra charge. Her premium course. Casey Zeman, the founder of Webinar Jam, has Elite Webinar Mastery, which is a course on how to actually, get leads with webinars, convert people on webinars, included at no extra charge. Oh my, I love everyone being like, I love Melissa. We all love Melissa. Caleb Wojcik, how to shoot professional videos. Like, how do if you want to actually put yourself in the video, how do you shoot amazing looking video on a DIY budget? It's included, at no extra charge, only $300. Daniel DiPiazza's course Startup from the Bottom. It's worth $1,300, but it's included, again, no extra charge. Daniel has a great workshop coming up later on how exactly to create the startup. Launch Leader by Jennifer Kemp on how to create, launch, and sell your products and programs. Again, her premium course on how do you run this launch, right? We talk a lot about launches, how do you actually do it? And I see questions being like, I'm already in the professional plan and stuff. I'll show you exactly how to get it. There's no extra charge if you're already on any of the plans. Just extend it for a year. And you get 2 free months if you're on a monthly plan. It's actually a very, very good deal. So Joseph Michael, who is the king of having a small list and having a big impact, step-by-step blueprint for launching a course. He's worked with people that have very, very tiny lists, could be a few hundred people, and generating oversized returns from them. And that's also included in this offer. So you get all of these trainings. That's what's weird about, not weird, what's cool about the summit is it's not just Profitable Teacher. It's all of these other premium courses, all included at no extra charge. And of course, you get to keep all replays from the summit forever, lifetime access, as well as all the on-demand trainings, the 40+ on-demand trainings, the 5 live event replays, all included forever, with lifetime access. And if that wasn't, if all of this content and courses were not enough, you also get 8 weeks of live group coaching calls, generally conducted by Cameron, who you see in chats. Sometimes it might be other people from Teachable, where you can come in. It's like a private mastermind group. You can talk about your launch, get technical help, anything you want, as well as 2 one-hour sessions of one-on-one onboarding. All right? So you're getting the technology, you're getting the training, you're getting the training from all the experts, you're getting the group mentorship, and on the professional plan, you're also getting 2 one-hour sessions of one-to-one help to overcome any technology obstacles you might have. There's literally no reason at all for you not to be successful. Sarah's like, Cameron, Mr. Awesome Tech Guru. Absolutely. You get everything, all of this. There's no reason to not succeed with the software, the training, the one-on-one help. We want to make it as easy as possible to be successful doing this. So as I said, we're a software company. We don't make money selling courses. That's not our business model. We have no interest in that. So if you upgrade to Teachable's annual professional plan at the exact same price it is, like you get 2 free months. Normally it's $99 a month. So you get 2 free months. You pay $9.99 for the year, 2 free months. You get all of the courses. You get all of the courses for free. You get the group coaching calls for free. You get the one-on-one help for free. That's it. You get all of that just by upgrading to the professional plan. And you see an orange button there if you want to do that. If you're not quite ready for the professional plan and you're just getting started out, and you're still dipping your toes, and this is kind of stupid because we weren't going to do this. We actually decided that you can get all of the bonuses except the onboarding and the coaching call for $399 a year. So you can get Teachable's basic plan, and you get all of this stuff for $399 a year, like all of these courses, everything except the concierge onboarding and the Q&A coaching for that price. Isn't that ridiculous? The only difference between the basic plan and the professional plan is the basic plan also has unlimited courses and students, but the biggest difference is the basic plan has a 5% transaction fee when you make sales, while the professional plan has no transaction fee. And outside of that, there's a lot you can still do with the basic plan. And for $399 a year, it's a great place to get started. And down the line, you can upgrade at any point in the future. So we're gonna get into the Q&A in a second, but what's cool about this is, I don't know, actually, Jess, do you wanna add anything? Did I miss anything?
I mean, like both of the plans are good. I'm personally on the professional plan, but I think it's not just like the platform that you have, but you have access to creating an affiliate program. So if you want people to share your course, that technology is already included in it, and just all the templates and stuff that make it really easy if you're not a tech person, I think.
Yep, that's great. Yeah, guys. So again, like this is only like during the summit. We never like give you all of this training, all of these courses, all of this just by upgrading to a plan that a lot of you would already be on and want. What's great is all of this stuff is self-paced, right? All of the courses, training is self-paced. It fits into your schedule, even if you're busy. The only thing I need from you, and this will sound familiar, is do the work. Watch the videos, do the action items, and you will get results. You're getting the exact software that thousands of our instructors have used to grow their business. You're getting the plan, the software, exactly what you need to succeed. The only thing is do the work. Okay, so here's what you do next. You hit an orange button that says upgrade to professional or upgrade to basic. Follow the steps and you shall receive the bonuses in your inbox. All right, so here's where it gets a little, here's what we do with everything we sell. There is a 100% money back guarantee. There you have 30 days to go through everything, set up your school, download everything. And if at the end of it you decide it's not right for you, just let us know and we'll give you a full refund. Like, no questions asked. You get 100% of your money back. If for whatever reason, in 30 days, you realize that this is, not something you want to invest in, or this is not what you expected. Like everything we've ever sold, we've always done this. If you're selling courses, I highly, highly recommend you do the same as well. And, for those of you that caught our emails, I told you there's something special for you to show up live. And here it goes. So if you guys are watching a replay, and I'm sorry for the people that had to leave, if you're watching a replay, this is no longer available for you. This is only available for as long as we guys are on chat, as long as we're on Q&A. But for those of you that are here live, we're throwing in something extra. In addition to all of the bonuses, for the people here that are live, for as long as Alex, Jess, and I are on Q&A, I'm going to also throw in the advanced email automation workshop just for people that are live. So again, replay, no go. If you're live here today, right now, you also get the advanced email automation workshop by Kate McKibben. Jess, can you tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, I was so excited when we got to add this in. So I'm sure most of you guys know who Kate McKibben is. She's from the Secret Bloggers business. But her course is all about growing your list. So like everything we talked about here. But what she does in this course is she actually takes your hand through the technology. So it's not just like theory. She gives incredible strategies for growing your email list, but she also goes into the backend. So you actually see her screen and she shows you, okay, how do I set up this email opt-in so I can start collecting leads? How do I set this up on my webpage? So it's strategy and also the tech on how to do it. I mean, I might be biased because I love what she does, but the course is just brilliant. And also there's a Q&A too, where she answers questions too.
Awesome. Guys, this is only, again, sorry, replay watchers. This is why you show up live, outside of the fact that all of you live will get to hang out with Alex, Jess, and I for quite a while after asking questions. But for those of you that are live, what I want you to do, so we know, so here's how we track it that you're purchasing live. Once you actually upgrade, I want you to type it into chat saying, hey, I just upgraded, so we can correlate, you upgrading live and actually get you this bonus as well. This bonus comes with both the basic and professional plan. So one last time, all of what you're gonna get today is our annual plan, our course, all the courses from other people, all the replays from the summit, the on-demand training from the summit. On the pro planning and the concierge onboarding, the Q&A coaching, and the bonus is the advanced email automation workshop. All right, see a bunch of people already saying they upgraded. Guys, if you type it into chat saying you upgraded, we'll know you came in live today. Couple of testimonials. Fiona says after 2 weeks of periscoping, whatever, workshop tweeting, marketing, follow this step, and actually was able to have her first launch with 40 paid students. Alan Perlman, also in our Facebook group, did a soft launch of a course. So Alan Perlman is interesting, right? So this is actually a pretty dated screenshot. This is when he did his first launch. And he did his first launch and he made $6,000 in sales after following this sequence. And we were all really, really excited about it. We're like, Alan, you did a great job. Fast forward a few months. There's actually a month, I want to say towards the end of last year, where Alan was able to make, over 6 figures from a course. Like with Alan, you've actually seen him develop, from his first launch to being a 6-figure course author following this exact sequence. But all right, I'm going to, jump into Q&A real quick, but type it into chat, and let us know when you've upgraded. We'll welcome you and make sure you get all of the bonuses. All right. Sweet. Oh, actually, wait, more. If you want to upgrade a pre-existing school, all you have to do is when you go there, hit login at the bottom and, use the login button at the bottom instead of creating a brand new school. And after you upgrade, you'll receive an email with information on how to access all your bonuses. And your bonuses can always be accessed at academy.teachable.com. All right, guys. Jess, Alex, how are you guys feeling about taking some questions? I feel like I've talked for a very long time. So I think it's time for you guys to, answer some questions. All right, let me turn off the screen share mode.
Yeah, this has been fun. And you guys are awesome in the chat. Someone did make a really good point. They're like, can I just pay for the coaching or whatever? And just so you know, all of the values that are listed there, those are the actual values. Like you can go on our website and purchase that for the courses, or go to Melissa's site to see how much her course is worth. So it's not like one of those, this is a total value of $5,000 and we just kind of made that number up.
It's like a TV infomercial.
Yeah. So that is actually what the values are. So it does end up cheaper anyways when you upgrade because you get all of that included.
Yep. I should add, so a couple people saying the word upgrade is confusing them. If you do not have an account, it's the same as just, buying an account. The word upgrade implies if you already have an account and you're going from free to professional or basic, but it can literally be you can just create an account, buy either the basic or professional plan, and you're eligible for all the bonuses. Sweet. All right, guys, keep the questions coming, and the questions can be about, any of the content we covered. It can be about the offer. It can also be about you have Alex here giving us free consulting. So anything at all you want to know.
I feel like the chat box is moving so fast.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, and also if you say something in chat and we don't get to it, ask it again. We won't be offended. I'm finding this chat pretty hard to keep up with.
Here's
guys,
a good one.
Just take the good one.
Well, this is just more for features because a lot of people think with Teachable that you can only do courses and you can do membership sites. There's so much you can do, but Paulina was asking, is there a way to run a scheduled 6-week program for a group of people? And absolutely, you can do that.
Yep.
So what you mean is the content kind of drips out over that 6-week period, right?
I think that's what you mean. Let me know, Pauline, if you want to clarify. Okay, the chat's moving really fast, but
this is insane, guys. All right, guys. So people are saying, "Hey, is this offer only available today?" and so forth. You're not gonna get. We offered Kate's course, Kate McKibben's course, which is only available for people watching this live. There's no coupon code. You can just follow the links and keep going through. All right, so someone's asking, can you talk through some of the more technical aspects of the software? So I will kind of give you an overview, but feel free to ask me like more detailed, questions. But in general, the goal behind the software is everything is handled for you. So if you want to send an email from the platform, you can do that. All the video hosting is covered. We pay all your hosting bills, all your bandwidth bills. There's unlimited storage, unlimited number of videos, unlimited courses, unlimited students. Everything is completely like, there's no limits. You can use it in any country. You can translate it into any language. You can sell courses in over 100 different currencies. And what's cool is so much of the e-commerce is geared towards features that people find really useful selling courses. Like there's an inbuilt affiliate program. You can have revenue sharing with an author. You can have multiple price points per course. You can charge in a payment plan. You can charge monthly or annually. Like all of this stuff is built just in order to give you guys the best conversion rates. And Gabrielle has a very specific question that says, do you deal with the European VAT law? We actually do that. A year ago when we were asked that, the answer was no, but now we do that. I'm not gonna lie, it took a lot of work. Still not happy with the EU, but it now works. So, all right.
Got a good one here. And I think Alex, this is probably up your alley too. Matt asks, how do I generate traffic for building my list? How do those leads get captured?
That's a great question. I saw that question get asked a lot. For me, I heavily rely on both content marketing and Facebook ads. So all year round, I'm making content nonstop. I'm making YouTube videos, blog posts. I'm on Facebook Live. I'm on Instagram. I'm always building my relationship with people, putting myself out there, bringing them on over to my email list. And then right before a launch, I invest a lot of money in Facebook ads. And the great thing about where I'm at in my business now is I know what the conversions are. I know how much money I have to spend in order to get the results that I'm looking for. So it just works really, really well for me. I love Facebook ads.
That's awesome. All right, I see a couple of people saying, can I start at basic and then upgrade to professional? Yeah, if you're just getting started out and you want to get all the bonuses today, you can upgrade to basic. And at a later point, you can always move to professional. Like, we're not one of those companies that's like, tries to do things where we lock people into certain things. You can always move plans. You can always do all of that.
Arturo says,
all right, go ahead.
So Arturo says, does your suggestion of increasing the price of the course also apply to subscription course sites? Good question.
Yep. Like, I think in general, people undercharge no matter what.
I think a good point too with premium pricing, because someone brought up like $272, like that's so expensive for my niche. I think it's really important to note that you want to be the premium priced in your industry. So if you're targeting people that are making six figures in their business, charging $272 isn't necessarily going to be premium to them. So it's all relative to your industry.
Yep, that makes sense. Anastasia had a question about, what is your thought in pricing $297 versus $299? Basically ending the price in 7 versus 9. My advice would be there's bigger and better things to optimize for. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, think about what you can do to like increase the price by $100 versus worrying about how many people will buy, at $297 versus $299. What we generally find is if you create enough demand, like people will spend what you ask them for. And the 7 versus 9, let Walmart worry about that kind of stuff.
I feel like that's a tweetable.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, Jen says, what happens if you don't renew after a year? Even if you don't renew after a year, you still keep all the bonuses. You get the bonuses with you even if you don't renew after a year. It's not like you lose access to the bonuses. Wow, a bunch of people being like, got the bonuses. Elise says, list the bonuses again. I will. Let me take a few more questions. And in about, about 5 or 7 minutes, I'll pull out the bonuses again. All right, welcome, Susie.
Can I answer a question by Thad?
Yeah, just jump in.
Okay, so he said, oh gosh, it just moved. He said basically, it's gone, but he said, how can we explain to our customers that we're only leaving the cart open for 8 days? Won't that feel really scammy, right? And what I do is I literally have the School of Killer Impressions is closed all year round. And the way that I like to kind of pitch it to people is to say, hey, we're gonna be live doing this the next 6 weeks together. You have the next 8 days to join. because we're going to be going through it live together. There's going to be that Q&A calls that we're going to have. We're also going to have a Facebook group. So really making them feel excited for that live experience, and having those 8 days I don't think anyone has ever sent me an email saying, oh, that's really scammy of you. I like to be able to say, I'm only going to be working for this amount of time. That's the way I run my business. If you don't like it, you can go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that makes complete sense. Just to address a couple of questions, I think it was Debbie who's saying, if I upgrade to $39 a month, will I still get the bonuses? Only if you prepay for a year. And the reason that's important is we're giving you all of these courses that are normally worth, hundreds of dollars by themselves, individually, collectively, thousands of dollars included right away. So even if you want to get the deal today, but can't start with your school for a few months, we still have to charge you for it today, because you're getting access to all the courses right now. But just the courses by themselves are worth, so much that if you can afford it, you can get access to it all right away.
I think someone was asking if we can just say it one more time what the prices are so basic is $399 and annual is $999.
Yep.
For the upgrades.
And the usual rate for basic and annual is, basic and professional is $39 a month and $99 a month. So what you're actually doing is you're getting 2 free months as well. Because if you were to pay, you're only paying for 10 months really, and you're getting it for a year, and you're getting all of these bonuses. And for those of you who are saying we already have a basic plan, already have a professional plan for a year, all you can do is extend it for another year, or actually not another year, extend it to 1 year from today, and we'll charge you the prorated amount, and you can still get all the bonuses.
I like this one from Holly. She says, what if my current list are people interested in novels, but I want to sell a writing course? Do I need to build a new list? And I want to direct this to Alex, because I know when you first started your business that you're in now, I think you had a previous list, didn't you? And you had to change.
Yeah, so I used to be a photographer, and I actually sold editing software for Photoshop for professional photographers. And that was awesome because it's a digital product as well. But when I switched to helping people learn how to generate money in their business online, I was speaking to a totally different audience. And really all I did was just say, I kept my list the same. And I just kind of sent out an email. I was like, hey guys, I'm switching my focus onto this now. And if you're not interested in receiving my emails anymore, here's the unsubscribe button. So that worked really well for me, was just being super upfront about them. And I'm of the belief that if someone unsubscribes, they're not interested in buying from you anyway, and you haven't lost anything in the long run.
Yep, that makes sense. Guys, again, if we miss your questions, just post them again. This chat is insane. Rhonda, I'll address it one last time. You can't enroll in the monthly subscription and get the bonuses. Even on the professional plan, it has to be an annual plan in order to receive all the bonuses. All right.
Eddie was asking about, can I teach about firearm safety, or are there content restrictions?
We actually have a course. I don't know if Cameron can pull it up, but we do have a course on firearm safety somewhere. So the short answer is yes, you can. Look, this is your website, your brand, unless it's something incredibly illegal, or this is your brand. I like how I said incredibly illegal, as if there's shades of illegal. This is only partially illegal.
I love that. Chelsea said, what are some ways to grow your email list? This is the biggest problem I'm running into. Guys, something like that, it's so easy to go to the podcast app and just type in list building, and you will find an endless number of resources that can help you solve that problem. So don't let that be the biggest problem you're running into, because it's totally solvable. And if you don't believe it, send me a DM, send me an email, and I will help you out myself. For real, it's super easy.
Awesome. Mel is saying this question, box is going by so fast. Welcome to our life. Cool. All right. So a bunch of people have now asked for bonuses. What are they? I'll pull it up one last time. So let me pull up my slide and quickly go through what it is. I'll go into the coaching and all of what you get. Hold on. There we go. So people who are asking how long is this available? This is available as long as we're on Q&A. And I'm guessing we'll be on Q&A for about, anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. We'll give you a 5 or 10 minute warning. And as long as you upgrade during that time, you're going to get all of this, like everything over here included. So the basic premise is you buy either a basic or professional annual Teachable plan, and you get 2 free months, right? The basic plan is $399 a year. Professional plan is $999 a year. And in return, we're throwing in all of the content for you to build a successful business, including our flagship program, The Profitable Teacher. Then we have premium courses from 5 of our top, instructors, including Melissa Griffin on how to build an email list, Webinar Mastery by Casey Zeman, DIY Video Production by Caleb Wojcik, Startup from the Bottom by Daniel DiPiazza, Launch Leader by Jennifer Kemp, Small List Big Impact by Joseph Michael. You get all of these courses. They're premium courses from all of these people included. You get replays of everything that happened in the summits. If you miss anything, you'll always have it. And you'll have on-demand trainings from every single person that Jess sat down with or that presented, recorded content for this. You get all of this stuff included for free with an upgrade to an annual plan. Now, if you upgrade to the professional plan, you also get 2 hours of one-on-one onboarding where you can work with someone to overcome all your technical difficulties. You can get their help literally, uploading content, setting your domain name, all of the things that might hold you back technologically. You have 2 hours of one-on-one time to solve it. And on the pro plan, you also get Q&A coaching calls once a week for 8 weeks, where you can sit down with Cameron and other instructors in a cool group setting and talk about anything that might be holding you back. And for those of you that upgrade live in the next, as long as we're online, you also get an advanced email automation workshop by Kate McKibben on how to build all of this and just automate all the funnel, just automate all of the marketing so you can kind of, sit back and let your business do the work for you. All right. I'm going to now, if there any last minute questions about what any of these things entail. If they're not, I'll, move it back to Q&A. But the only thing you need to do is type into chat saying you've upgraded so we know you've upgraded live and we can actually get you all of your bonuses. All right. So, all right, cool. Let us go back to Q&A. Guys, feel free to jump into any of the questions while I was talking.
I think there was a really good question. So I was asking about doing live video and can you do that in Teachable? And really what you can do the easiest way is within your school, you can embed basically anything. So if you take a YouTube live video, I don't know if that's the right words, you can embed it directly in one of your courses or in one of your lectures and have it show up there. So people can tune into this page and watch you doing it live. And then you can add like a chat thing underneath in the bottom.
Nice.
Yep.
Someone said, when building your list, are you posting content in free locations or paying for ads to share your content? So I'll give you a good example. I launched the School of Killer Impressions. Right before the School of Killer Impressions, I did a free course, and that was my content, my free content. It had 4 different videos, and I didn't post it in locations where people could watch it for free, but I did let people know on my social network channels, hey, I'm doing this free thing, you can come and check it out. Now, I did not go into Facebook groups, like just random Facebook groups and spam people, because again, you don't want to be that person. But that works really well, is just using your own platforms. Hopefully you've built a reputation where people trust you already, they've already enjoyed your content, and they don't mind you telling them, hey, I have this awesome thing that I made just for you. As for paying for ads to share your content, I do that as well. To me, why not get as many eyeballs on it as I possibly can? However, you want to make sure that you are paying for Facebook ads and then getting them on your email list. Do not just pay for Facebook ads to send them to a random page and then you can never contact them again. Make sure you get them to opt in and get their email.
And just adding on to that, just so you guys know, day 3, Daniel DiPiazza is actually talking about free ways to get people on your list. And today, I believe, in the pre-recorded section, Nathan Chan from Founder Meg has an entire workshop all about growing your list that way as well.
To say nothing about Melissa's course, actually, Rafe just posted saying, I just bought Melissa's list search course for $300. As I said, guys, they're full price courses, but that course, as Rafe can tell you, covers all of this stuff on building an email list. And again, for anyone who did not already buy it for $300, you get it at no extra price at all. For people who are saying, where do I post notes? Post notes to Twitter account Teachable, and we will select one person and send them, a little something. It's not going to be like obviously the full offers. It'll just be like a little, little something. All right, how do I extend my plan? I have an annual plan. I'm trying to extend it. Guys, can someone help them out in chat as to where they can actually go to extend their plan by a year? Question is, after the next year, do you renew at the same price? Yep, even if we ever increase our prices in the future, you will always be grandfathered into renewing at the same price. And you will never be forced to renew. You can always, after a year, just cancel it and keep the bonuses and do not have to renew. And if you renew, you can always keep the same price.
So Cameron is asking, Alex, hi, can you, oh gosh, it keeps moving. Can you also help with IT career coaching, email list building? So what I'm going to say to that is I can't dive into it with you here, but if you go to my Instagram page at Alex Beadon and just send me a DM, I'll be sure to help you out, look into what it is that you're trying to do and go from there.
Is that your default channel for people to get in touch with you? Instagram DMs? I've never heard that before.
I'm experimenting with that right now and I'm actually loving it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been fun.
It's probably easier than an email inbox.
I know. I've actually been getting people on Instagram and then moving them over to Voxer so we can have like voice note conversations. I'm just like having fun experimenting with different ways of communication. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Awesome. I was only billed $39 instead of $399 because I did not use the button correctly. Yep, I would say you can upgrade your plan from within the plan section on your school, but it might just be easier for someone in chat to tell you what are next steps. All right, Alex, what is a DM?
The direct message. So when I say DM me on Instagram, it means direct message me. So if you go to my profile, I think it's up on the right-hand side, there's like little dots. You can click there and send a message, and then you can send me a message and be like, Alex, I need your help with XYZ. So yeah, do it.
Sweet. How many messages are you expecting?
I'm not expecting any.
Right.
I never have any expectations. I just go with the flow. Whoever messages me, messages me.
Yep.
I like Mandy's question here. I'm struggling to choose a topic for my course and know what to sell and know what sells. And this is a really interesting one. I know we dive into it in the Profitable Teacher, which you guys get in this upgrade. So if you've already upgraded, you'll have this taken care of. But I think honestly, one of the best ways without having to guess what people want is just to survey people or to ask, like if you're in Facebook groups with your potential customers, finding out what their pain points are, what they're struggling with, and just seeing where the gap is and what you can help with. But what are your thoughts on that, guys?
I would agree with that. I would also say going into any forums that you can find online, seeing how many people are talking about the pain point that you're hoping to solve. And if there's a lot of people talking about it, then you know there's a market. If there's not that many people talking about it, then you might want to start thinking in other directions.
Cool. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, guys. Wendy's question is, what is the bonus coaching with a professional plan? If you pay for a year, you'll get two kinds of coaching. One is the weekly coaching hosted by usually Cameron, sometimes someone else, which is almost like your own mastermind group. It's a bunch of people hanging out on Friday afternoons, talking about what's good in life, what your course is on, like if you're having technical troubles. It's really just a really good group of people working together. And then you have 2 hours of one-on-one help to basically help with like getting your content live, the technical like support, how do you navigate the interface. Really the goal is like between the two, there's no reason left for you not to be able to succeed.
Can I just say for me why I think this is a great offer? The fact that you guys have made it so simple for people, like besides all the bonuses, like those things are great too. Even if it was just what you're offering, Teachable is such a great and easy way to get your course up and running without any strings attached, without having to know any of the technological side. Like that holds so many people back. So to me, I just absolutely love that you guys are offering this.
It's awesome. Yeah, I think one of our customers said, and this is what we've actually strived for internally, one of the goals we strive for is we want you to almost not think about us, right? We want it to not, for it to occupy no brain space, for it to just be something that on launch day it's gonna work. Like you're a teacher, you're a creator, you wanna build your business, right? You don't wanna deal with plugins, you don't wanna deal with hosting, like that's our goal. Our goal is to just to be the equivalent of having a tech person. Like it's just, we're your tech person.
And also
Yeah.
just to add on to that as well, I know a lot of people wonder if they have an existing website, like let's say WordPress, and you guys know I love WordPress, but with Teachable, you literally can keep your site and just have your course hosted on it. You can brand it so it looks the same. You still get all of those features. So you don't have to worry about like, do I have to start from scratch again? Do I have to transfer my whole website to Teachable? It's literally for your courses. You host your course there, so easy, and you can keep everything that you have already going.
Yep, awesome. Guys, so those of you that are asking if you can buy now and start the year later, you unfortunately cannot do that because we're giving you everything today. But again, like someone just paid $300 for Melissa's course by itself. Like you're getting all of this training that you can keep, for as long as you want. So the plan will start as soon as you buy it. But it's still like, if you buy especially the basic plan and upgrade to the professional later, when you're ready to actually launch, I still think the math works out. All right, there we go. Dan says, do you integrate with ActiveCampaign? We have a Zapier integration, which integrates with pretty much every single email provider out there, including ActiveCampaign. And Victoria says Infusionsoft. It also integrates with Infusionsoft. All right. Guys, keep the questions coming. I'm sorry if we missed them. Like we're here, we're still hanging out, but scrolling up is really, really hard. I don't know. Have you guys been able to scroll? Every time I scroll up, it just, it gets all messed up. So,
sorry, Christine said, oh my God, he's moving. She said, sorry.
I have it here. If you can embed YouTube Live. I think she's wondering. So you can, you can embed anything. So YouTube Live, Vimeo. I'd say Wistia, but we have free hosting with Wistia, so you don't have to do that.
I mean, in general, like I would just say if it's recorded video, use our stuff because we'll pay your bandwidth bills for you. That becomes our bill and not yours. But if it's live, integrate YouTube Live or any other live streaming you want to. Where did I? Oh, so the other thing, I didn't see it come up directly, but I want to address is when you're buying Teachable, you're not just buying what it is today. You're buying, like every week we release updates, right? If you join our Facebook group, if you see our blog, every day, every week, every month, we're working to make it better. And unlike say WordPress, where you have to actually like do some work to take advantage of the changes, you don't have to with Teachable. Like it gets better every single time automatically. So for those of you, I know some of you were here for like our last summit or the summit before that. I would love if you typed into chat as like all the things you've seen developed in the platform that used to not be there before, but it's there now. Like we keep working, like everyone behind me, right? There's like 50 people behind me. They're all working to make this better every single day. And like, that's just included inside the price.
And one of the things I love about that is even when people are commenting on features that they wish were there, or, we've had people be like, man, like I wish Teachable did this, and you'll see 6 months down the line that we've actually implemented. So it's almost like you guys have a say in that. Well, you do have a say in that as well.
Yep. So like Gabrielle's asking about the EU VAT stuff, right? That was something that came up last time. Like, hey guys, what are you doing? And we're like, sorry, we don't have an answer. But we actually ended up, incorporating in Ireland and like figuring out all the necessary steps we need to do to actually be compliant with EU's new VAT taxes. So a bunch of people saying, does Teachable integrate with MailChimp? Yes. All right. Oh man, Andrew and all the Teachable people replying now are making the chat go even faster.
Oh, Dan has a good one. So is Teachable or is the platform optimized for SEO?
Are you going to answer that, or are you just going to ask me that and smile?
It is. I was hoping you'd take it. Yes, it absolutely is. And I mean, even just for like, give you an example, if you want to test it now, you go to Google and type in like, I don't know, some sort of course and Teachable, you'll find them showing up there. And a lot of the times, if you look for a certain search word, you'll find someone's sales page for the Teachable school.
Alexandra said, can I moderate courses on Teachable, like have learners post to a forum, integrate a wiki, etc.? Something that I love. So I've bought so many Teachable courses, and I think they're just great from a user experience perspective. But what I love is that you can have like a comment section at the end where your students can interact with each other, where you can pop in and say whatever it is that you want. So I think that's such a great feature. Yep,
and as I said, we have a comment section that's like, meant for engagement, meant for, interaction. On top of that, what other people do, you don't have to do it, is a lot of people create a Facebook group as well for their course. That's not part of Teachable, but a lot of people do that to add a community element.
So Diane's saying, I want to see a course before I buy. Gosh, there's so many free courses that people have. Like,
what's your favorite one? I can pull out a screen share.
I like Pat's. Pat's got a free course.
All right, let's do this. Let's just do this live. What can never go wrong, right? I don't worry. I cleared out my search history. I'm good. So let's go to Pat. It's courses.smartpathsofeincome.com. All right. So this, how many of you know Pat Flynn? You guys know Pat Flynn? Pat is amazing. This is Pat Flynn's website. It's fully running on Teachable. It's his branding. Check out the branding. Courses.smartpathsofeincome.com. Nothing about Teachable at all. All right. Let's check out his course. So he created this course to go along with his book, Will It Fly? Free companion course. This is all generated in Teachable. Like this is all like what Teachable looks like. Click here to join for free. And Pat's used this to get, lots and lots of people. So if you're testing Pat's course, just show you exactly what this looks like. And like with one click, all of your students can sign up and enroll inside the course, and boom, I'm inside Pat's course. Now let's check it out. And what's great is this whole thing, this is all running on Teachable, and boom, now I can watch this. And on Pat's end, he's used this to collect, many tens of thousands of email addresses just, on Teachable. All right, you guys, does that make sense, guys? Let me hop back, to question and answer, but I hope that helps by looking at what a course looks like.
Yeah, that's super helpful.
Lauren says, are hands-on courses worth doing since a student isn't with the teacher in person? Has anyone gone through a course like that? Hands-on courses. Do you mean?
My guess is maybe she means like you're like there's one-on-one interaction. I think that's what I'm imagining.
I think she means like if you're teaching someone pottery or you're teaching something where they need to use their hands.
Oh,
I think
that might be right. If it was the former about like spending time one-on-one, what I like doing is having a pricing plan for your course that might be like $100 or $200, where they consume it themselves. But then for $1,000 or $2,000, you can have weekly calls with them or something that adds a one-on-one element.
I like Valerie's question about, is it wise to promote your course without actually finishing it? Alex, yes. You did this. How was it a wise choice?
I'll tell you why I think it was a wise choice is because if you sell something and you haven't created it and then people buy, you actually have to create it, and you have to create it when you said you'd create it. And so it really gives you that hard deadline, which we were talking about earlier, which is super important, just getting things done. And so yeah, I would say absolutely. The one thing I will say is I did have an outline, so I knew like what module 1 was going to be, what module 2 was going to be, etc. So be organized, but yeah, for sure, it doesn't have to be finished before you open your cart.
I think it's a great way also to know if you have a viable course idea there. Because can you imagine if you spent 30 days creating this entire course and then you open your cart and no one buys, versus if you had the outline like you're saying and you let people buy beforehand, okay, if no one bought, maybe I need to tweak this a little bit.
Also, one thing that people might not understand is when people buy your course, you can actually have a starting date. So let's say that you have the 8 days where the cart is open. When they buy it, they're not getting the course. They have to wait for your starting date to get it, which gives you time to then put it together. So it's not like you've sold something, they think they're gonna get it, and they don't get it. So don't misunderstand me there.
Yeah, guys, you'll realize so much of this, and we talk about this too, is like, it's hacking your psychology, right? Like the biggest reason people don't succeed here, it's because they don't do the work. So if you can trick your mind, you can trick your brain into doing the work, and pre-selling is like, there's nothing like the pressure of like, wow, all these people paid to learn from me, and I need to get them content in 2 days, and I need to actually get to work now, right? Like that forcing factor to me is so, so important.
Yeah.
All right, guys, just to rehash, we're going to be on for another 10, 12 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. And once we go offline, the orange button is going to go, and you're not going to have the opportunity to get, the fast action bonus, Kate's course, as well as all the other stuff we brought up, right? So if you guys want to act, now is the time. The only thing I need is, and welcome Sakari, I want you to type it into chat saying you upgraded live. If you've already done that, that's fine. But if you just upgrade now, type it into chat so we know you upgraded live and we can actually get you your bonuses.
Mia has a really good question, and this comes up over and over again, which is, so we showed you Pat's course, and she's wondering, is there a way that we can go on like a directory and to find other people's courses on Teachable? And I love this question, and the answer is no, but there's a very specific reason why. So we're not like other sites that are like marketplaces, which means that we're not going to show your students your competitors' courses. So really, we don't have a directory for people to find other courses. That's because your interest is, or we have your interest in mind, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Versus Udemy, for example, which is for students. And they show you every course, which kind of dilutes it.
I love that. Yeah.
All right, guys, can you hop in and chat and help out with people that are looking to extend their plan? There's a couple of people that, we're not able to use the button. Tanya says, does Teachable integrate with Drip? Absolutely. We integrate with, we use Zapier and it integrates with literally every email provider. And we also have our own email tool if you just want to send out, simple broadcast emails. And Diane, there is a 30-day, money back guarantee. All right, guys, so my team just told me this. I forgot to even mention it, but also included for anyone here, if you're still deciding what email platform to use as you're setting up your list, you're still in that process. We've hooked up with the team over at ConvertKit, and we have a free 30-day trial. If you go to teachable.com/ConvertKit, if you're still deciding what email tool to use and are looking for something to get started. So teachable.com/ConvertKit, if you still are making a choice. All other email providers we integrate with in some way, shape, or form.
Actually, I think it's ConvertKit/Teachable is the URL. And also it's for first-time users. And
Andrew definitely lied to me, but that's fine. Teachable.com/ConvertKit, ConvertKit.com/Teachable. Someone will type it into chat and it will work. See, Andrew's still typing Teachable.com/ConvertKit.
No, it's definitely ConvertKit/Teachable. There's a 404 otherwise.
All right, Andrew's making us 404. All right, guys. All right, Krillin.
Welcome, Krillin.
Krillin, yeah, I was confused how to pronounce it, but welcome. Mark, if you have basic and upgrade to pro. Mark, if you have basic monthly, you can even just extend your same plan for a year, get 2 free months, and it still works. All right, guys, so, keep the questions coming. We have about, 10 more minutes here. We're going to answer all of the questions you have. And again, not just questions about the offer. Like Jess is going to be here every single day. Alex is only here today. So you have a long time to ask Jess questions, but let's ask Alex some questions.
Jess will be around for a while. I am only here for the next 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like people, I don't think you understand how valuable this is. Like, Alex, you've grown this incredible online business. When it comes to funnels, when it comes to marketing, even when it comes to branding, any of those kinds of questions, I definitely recommend that you guys ask us here because we're only on for a couple of minutes anyways.
And after that, the orange button goes.
The orange button dies.
Yep. It's orange, right? I've gotten like it's when you. I've gotten actually no, we redesigned it, but in the past, someone told me it's a white button, but the text color makes it look orange.
I have Flux on my screen, so everything looks orange.
Everything orange. All right, Jane is still charging more. Oh.
Nice.
All right, question from Eric. Is a YouTube channel a good way to build an email list, yes or no? The answer is yes, but here's how you do it. And this is an example from an actual teacher we have. We have a teacher called Angela Fair. You can look her up on YouTube. She has a big YouTube channel. She's used it to build her audience. But what's interesting is what Angela used to do in the past is she would take people from a YouTube channel to buy her course, and it didn't work very well. But what she did then is she took people from a YouTube channel to sign up for a free mini course. She followed the steps, free mini course, got their email address, and then started charging for it. So you absolutely can. You have to be conscious of how you do it though. All right.
I see a lot of people make that mistake where they're using a social media platform and they try to bring people directly to their sales page. But the best way to do it is get people to opt in first and then build a relationship where you're emailing them and then ask for the sale.
Yep. All right. Tanya is saying you're gonna have a headache after this chat session. Nah, are you gonna have a headache? I'm like pumped. I'm excited. Probably gonna crash a bit after, but for now I'm pumped.
It is exciting to be live and to talk to so many people and answer questions, and people seem to be loving the offer, which is awesome. Like I see so many people saying, yep, I'm in, I can't believe I did it.
Yep.
So it's fun.
All right.
Somebody was asking, can I close the class when the course ends? So opening and closing cart, and you absolutely can within Teachable.
Yep. Sweet. Alex, what is your number, all right, because this is not a hard question at all. What is your number one branding tip?
Consistency probably is what it would come down to. Just be consistent on all of your social platforms. Pick a few to really dominate. So for me, I love YouTube. I have a YouTube channel now. I think I'm almost at 2 million views, which I'm really proud of. And Instagram, I love Instagram stories. So yeah, just be consistent.
And what's been your number one, or no, social media channels that have worked the best for you, and why do you like them? I guess you kind of answered that.
Well, let me tell, if you really want what I'm digging right now, it's all things live. I'm loving Facebook Lives. I'm loving Instagram Live. Facebook Live and Instagram Live, like the platforms are giving you preferential treatment when you create that kind of content. You can put out a picture, no one's gonna see it. You put out something that's live, Facebook's like, let's show this to people. So it's kind of like you're cheating. So if you want to know, like if I were you, where I would be spending my time is on live.
And I'd actually, guys, check out her Instagram Live. I don't know how you find the time to do this, but follow her stories. Like they're so like beautiful, and you've got your text, and yeah.
I love stories. I think, and that's another one right now. Stories, it's at the top of people's feed, so it's so easy for people to see it. You know, so yeah, try stories.
I was reading they now have more distribution than Snapchat. Like, didn't exist like a few months ago.
It makes me so sad because I was a big Snapchat advocate.
Yeah.
You can ask Jess. I was Miss Snapchat, but I've now moved over to Instagram because that's where everyone is. I'm still doing a little over on Snapchat, but.
I take the photos on Snapchat and then I upload them to Instagram.
That's a whole like part-time job.
I have terrible social media, so this is also personally very informative.
Mel said, how do you attract people to your Facebook Lives? So like I said, consistency. I did a 30-day Facebook Live challenge and it grew my visibility by 16,000%. Right? So, and I didn't spend a single dollar on advertising those videos. I just kind of put it out there. Like I said, Facebook is giving preferential treatment to Facebook Live. So just make Facebook Lives on topics that you know that people are into, and then encourage people to share it with your email list, share it on Instagram. What you gotta do to spread the word.
All right, guys, just a heads up, we are wrapping up in the next 5 minutes. So it's now or never, guys. Like, you know, now or never. Alex, the best place to find you is Instagram. What's your Instagram handle? Someone asked it in chat, but just.
Yeah, it's at Alex Beadon. So AlexBeadon. At Alex Beadon.
And for the rest of you.
The box.
And for the rest of you, you know, this is day one of the summit. We're coming back to you with live workshops all week. Jess, who do we have tomorrow?
Okay, so tomorrow we have Melissa Griffin, who's going to be talking about growing your email list. And I mean, she has a course on this, as you guys know, but this workshop is going to be all about that. Also want to say is Alex Beadon, who's live right now, has an incredible pre-recorded workshop coming up tomorrow too. And I mean, I went through it. It's amazing. It's all about how to set up your business properly as well. So you've got, let's say you're learning how to grow your email list. You know how to launch your courses. How do you ensure that your entire business is set up the right way as well? So that's coming up tomorrow, so you guys don't want to miss that.
Yep. It's also all our live workshops at 2 p.m. Eastern, the exact same time as today. Man, if the chat is even a tenth as fun for the rest of the summit, this is gonna be a great time.
Yeah.
So a few questions about people are like, hey, how long is this offer available for? The fast action bonus, right? Which is like Kate's course on email automation. And again, for those of you watching a replay, you're already out of play. You can't get it. But for anyone here live, you still have 5 minutes to hit the button, upgrade to either the professional or basic plan, type it into chat saying you upgraded, and you are still good. You can still get it. Otherwise, you know, we'll be bringing you the summit, you know, all week long. And by the way, like, Alex, Jess, you guys killed it today. Great job. This has been so much fun.
You did too, man.
I think that's a big attitude. I was just fishing for compliments. No. But guys, no, the main point I want to make is, I'm in front of the camera, Jess in front of the camera, Alex is the guest, but really it's everyone behind me. It's been the entire team, all, 45 of us that has worked so hard, our engineering and product team for, building this thing that we can talk about, our marketing and growth team that has rallied through stressful nights and weekends and all of this to put this together for you guys. And my only request in return is whether you buy this or not, like, use this opportunity, use this momentum to take action, right? I saw someone kind of disgruntled in chat being like, well, like, why is this only for annual? We don't care about your monthly users. Guys, we put this entire event together for you. All of this content, all of the 40 plus recorded interviews, all of the live workshops, whether you buy it or not, watch this stuff. Like, take notes, take action just with, the free information we're giving you. That's all I'm asking. Like, just use this as inspiration to take the idea you have, the excitement you're feeling, and actually, act on it. Like, that's the only difference between people that do succeed and don't succeed.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why is your Yeti mic upside down? Great question. Why? I don't know why it's set up this way, but this is how it was set up. Cameron, who chipped in, is the one who set it up. All right. Guys, so, we are here for a few more minutes. Now's your last chance to get the offer, ask questions from Alex, but otherwise, we will be back tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for, all for other great stuff during the summit. Question for you, Alex, do Instagram videos live work? Does it work as well or better than Facebook Live?
So here's the pros and cons. Facebook Lives are awesome because they will stay on Facebook once you're finished with them. So you're live, awesome, great. People get notifications, cool. And then it stays there. It lives on Facebook. Now with Instagram, what I love about Instagram Live is that when you're live, anyone who's on Instagram at that moment in time gets to see like your little profile pic kind of glowing. And so it's telling everyone on Instagram at that moment in time that you're live, which Facebook doesn't really do. So you get more visibility on Instagram. But the bad thing about Instagram is that once your live is finished, it's finished. You do have the opportunity to save it and upload it elsewhere. But for example, if you went to my Instagram page, once I have an Instagram live, you can't find it, it's gone. So really, I would actually recommend doing both. If you could get 2 phones and like do them both at the same time, why not?
Awesome. All right. Wow, can you already hear my voice giving away? But guys, so someone else like asked for the bonuses. I don't even have like the energy to read them all, but I'll put them on the screen for you. You get the basic or annual plan, and you get all of this stuff, all the training, the replays, the onboarding, the Q&A coaching. And just for people that come in what now is the next 3 minutes, you also get the email automation workshop by Kate. All right. So, all right. I think we're now ready for closing remarks. I think we're in that time of the day. I hope you're well prepared, as I've asked you all to prepare. Alex, you're up. What are your closing remarks for the 582 people that are still with us?
582 people who are still with us. I want to let you guys know that really just listen to your intuition. If you feel it inside of you that this is a really good opportunity for you, that you feel like this could get you to the next level in your life and in your business, then this might be the chance for you to invest in yourself. And you're not going to have the opportunity again anytime soon. I mean, right? They won't have this opportunity again for maybe another year.
Yep.
So take advantage of it if it feels right to you. And if it doesn't feel right to you, move on with no regrets. But you don't want to wake up tomorrow morning and be like, damn it, I should have done it.
Awesome. And one last time, where can people find you?
People can find me at alexbeadon.com or on Instagram at alexbeadon, and that's ALEXBEADON.
All
right. Jess, closing remarks.
Closing remarks. And also one last thing, just remember Alex has her workshop tomorrow as well. So you can still see her doing her training. Yeah. Closing remarks, I think, would be do whatever it is that you want to do, even if you don't feel ready. And I think all of us can attest to this. For once we launched our course, when we look back, we're like, why did I not do this 6 months ago, a year ago? And we keep thinking like we need to have all this stuff perfect, that we have to have our outline created, we have to have tens of thousands of followers, when honestly, if you have a good idea and you know it can help people and you've got the interest there, just take action on it. You're like, I don't think you're going to regret it.
Yep. And this actually reminds me, one of Jess's role models, Matthew Hussey, had this post where he mentions that winners take action before they're ready. So, you know, in the words of Matthew Hussey, winners take action before they're ready. It's been a blast, guys. I will see you. Well, I will probably not see you for a while, but you will be left with Jess taking you to the rest of the summit. It's been a complete blast. See you guys all soon. This has been amazing.
Thank you, guys.